Tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio, dropping knowledge in the studio you already know.
Thank you for tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio. This your boy Prince Hakeem.
And this your man Ronnie Ron. What's going on, Hakeem? It's been a while, man.
It has been a while though. It seems like we've been meeting in lack times right now. You know, I ain't seen you in about a minute.
I already know, man, but it's just like we out here making this money. You know, even though we're dealing with a pandemic, we're still making this money.
Oh, all day though. We're gonna get it off the muscle too.
Yes. So what's going on, man? What's good? What's going on this week?
You know what I'm saying? You know, I've always, you've always loved to bring me surprises. So
I did.
You know what I mean? To the point, the surprise you got had me flustered. So I'm like, oh, today we have another special guest. You know.
You okay? Are you nervous?
No, I'm not. I'm not nervous. You know, I'm a man of many means. So you know what I mean. Only little boys get service and beta male providers. You know, I'm far from that.
But you know, this one right here, this guest right here is kind of. I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised I even got her on because she's always busy. She always on the move. She don't stop. So
what's different from her than the other one?
Because this one here, she on a different purpose out here in this world, man. So I had to bring her in on the show. You feel me?
No, definitely. Now, since you know so much, I'm still new. I want you to introduce her.
Okay, this one right here, ladies and gentlemen, this one right here, she's trying to be well known in Miami. She's well known for her fitness, her innovation, her good looks, and her great characteristic within the Black community. And she's doing a lot of things within the community. So I want her to go more in detail about herself, but it's just amazing just to have her on the show. And her name is.
You must be hypnotized because you still ain't introduced her yet.
Yeah, I know. I'm hypnotized because she's just that awesome. Her name, we call her Miss Parker. Miss Parker, how you doing?
I'm fine, and yourself?
I'm doing well. So, Miss Parker, introduce yourself. Let people know what you're about, what you do.
Well, my name is Artina. Like I said, I'll be 40, you guys, on the 5th, so don't forget.
You don't look nothing like that, though.
Okay. I'm a mother of 3. Also, just trying to change life. Reach one, teach one. That's all it's about. Trying to bring wellness and health and to the Black community, to my Black sisters. Uplifting, trying to be encouraging, motivating, and just a different route. That's what I bring. Try to bring something different because we all out here trying to eat. But most of all, my passion is just uplifting my sisters and letting them know it's another way besides altering your body. Like, you can do it naturally if that's what you choose to do, and just bring a whole nother awareness about this fitness thing. Because, you know, a lot of times we don't try to reach back and teach let our Black women know, sometimes we are beautiful and we can be healthy, body, mind, and spirit. So that's what I'm trying to bring to my sisters. That's all, you guys.
I think that was a beautiful monologue. And what inspired you? You know what I mean? What was that pivotal moment that made you dive into the health and wellness and fitness?
I can say this. I was going through a 12-year marriage. Kind of like depressed, more to say. So I gained a lot of weight. And entered in my family. I come from a family with a history of blood pressure, diabetes, kidney failure. So what happened was I ended up just during my marriage, I ended up just being depressed, going through a lot of things, and I gained a lot of weight. So what happened was I kept getting headaches. So I kept getting these headaches. I was like, nah, something wrong. I come from a family of women, luxurious women per se. So and I'm short, I'm 5 feet. So I end up going to the doctor, and me and my doctor was friends because I come from a nursing background as well, you guys. So I went to the doctor, and she was like, Artina, man, what's up? How did you get from point A to point B? That means coming here, because she always used to see me. You always go from a checkup or whatever. I said, well, I'm coming because I keep getting these headaches and they won't go away. So as she began to check my blood pressure, she was like, Artina, no, man, your blood pressure is extremely high. I'm going to have to put you on some blood pressure pills. I was like, blood pressure pills? I was like, lady, I'm not taking no blood pressure pills. This is how I'm talking to her. She's like, well, you have to take them because you know what happens if you don't take them. I said, okay. I looked at her. I said, Dr. Gomez, when I come back to you, I would not be taking these pills. I know what the side effect with the pills, what it does to your kidneys just overall what it does to your body when you're on that type of medication. So I made myself that promise. I'll never forget. My sister Calandra, she was in fitness, but I'm always was a headstrong person. And I told my sister, I said, introduce me to Empire. She was going to Empire. She was working out at the time. And I said, okay, let me go over here. So after I left the doctor's office, I made a promise to myself. I will get up. This weight will come off of me. I will not be like my mother. I will not be like my aunts. I will not be like my other family members. So I ended up going to the gym with my sister, and that's where my journey has begun. I just went from there, and it changed my life tremendously. So that's what made me get into fitness. And then from there, it just exploded. I kept going and I kept persisting. I kept getting in. I want to see how my body was changing. I went back to the doctor. I lost the weight. And like I said, it's been a journey, a 2-year journey for me, but it's awesome.
No, that's so beautiful to hear that. That's so beautiful to hear that. It's funny that you say that, you know what I mean? At least you're able to realize and was able to gauge and understand that pivotal point, and a lot of people don't. Now, I want to ask you something. I know this is going to seem a little bit personal, and you know what I mean? Ronnie touched on this on a lot of our podcasts, but I don't think a lot of people want to admit to this. Do you think you gaining weight contribute to some issues in a marriage?
I can say this. As women, a lot of times we lose sight on who we are because we try to be like, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. We try to be nurturing to everybody else. And sometimes I tell people this: you first have to be nurturing to yourself before you can nurture to your spouse. You understand what I'm saying? Until you can fully give one that, like I said, a marriage is a binding thing. It's a commitment.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
You understand? And a lot of times when we get in a marriage, when you first start off with a relationship, you know how it is.
Yep.
You do everything in the beginning, everything's exciting and whatever. And that's why when God told us, when you find a wife, you find a good thing to obtain favor from the Lord, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times what we do, we get in a marriage and we forget each other. We forget self. We forget about taking care and being nurturing. So I'm gonna be honest. Yes, I got into depression. I gained weight. I'm gonna be honest. Like, being intimate with your spouse is not the same. You understand what I'm saying? You don't feel attractive. Now you become and then it's a lot of other things, and then your spouse look outwards for anything else. You understand? So I think it's valuable for us as women. We must take care of ourselves.
Yes.
And it has to be that we're able to give to everybody else. But a lot of times, and this is what I teach my girls, my women that comes here, and I'm real about it, because my aunt, a pastor, she used to always tell me, Trina, just because you get married don't mean you go to bed or you come home with looking all with a bunion on your head, or just, in these old clothes. You have to still know that he's a man. He's visual. He likes to see his wife nice. He likes to see his wife, made up. You don't act like you do what you did in the beginning to get him. But like I said, I had to go through that to understand. But yes, contribute. That was one of the reasons in my marriage too. I put up on a lot of weight. It was, yes.
Wow. Now,
wow, that was a very powerful statement you just made. That just had me like sweating, bro.
No, most definitely. I love to hear that, and I think these are the type of trainers that we need. You know what I mean? Because the thing about it is, I think a lot of people are not honest with people. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we can be each other's biggest cheerleaders, but at the wrong time.
Fact. Correct.
You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And I know this for a fact. Me being a man, most women it's kind of hard for them to be very honest with a lot of their friends or just casually people they don't know, because what I mean, it's all about offending people.
But but I'm not gonna lie, Hakeem. What I want to ask her is, does it seem like it's kind of hard for men to tell their women that they need to lose weight? Because a lot of men are in fear to tell their women that they need to lose weight, because they feel like it's not right for them to tell their woman that she's gaining a lot of weight, or she might feel some type of way because her man telling her, like, hey, baby, you gain a lot of pounds. You need to go to the gym, or you need to get a fitness trainer because you got to lose this weight. So Miss Parker, do you feel like was it hard for you in the beginning for your man to tell you like, hey baby, you need to lose weight?
I think for me, I think if he was he, like I said, it was a lot of reasons why we weren't together. But one of the reasons I wish he would have back then, I wish he would have spoke to me and say, babe, look, check this out. I ain't, when it comes to the bedroom, I ain't sexually attractive. You need to drop a little pound. It's the way you do it. I think women are some of us. If you on that level, this is what I'm saying, because a lot of women ain't on that level. Let's be straight up. They're not. They feel like you're picking on them. It's the way you tell your woman. It's the way. It's in a nurturing way. You have to be able to say, look, babe, I love you, but look, I don't want to go outside. I don't want to go outside of this relationship. But I, for your health reasons, I think you should kind of drop a little pounds. If whatever I can do to start the process or I can help you through it, I will. If you want me to do it with you, I'll do it with you. But you guys have to be able to come to a woman and don't, oh, babe, you getting too fat. No, that's just the wrong way you're going about it. But if you love your woman and she loves you and you're coming in a nurturing way to her, then she's more receptive of hearing it. You understand? Because a lot of times we deal with a lot of complex within ourselves. You understand? So it's the way you come at it's the way you come at your girl.
Okay, no, because a lot of men, if you listen to one of our segment we had like a week ago, it was a group of men. We had like something called the Man Cave. It was on KL Coastal Radio. We had like a man cave, and a lot of the guys that was on the panel, they felt like, it's not in their place to tell their woman that she need to lose weight. And I was like, no, I think it's our job to tell our woman like, hey, baby, I think if you tell her that, instead of someone outside that don't know her to tell her, hey, you heavy shit. But I can't. You had a question for her. Go ahead.
Hey, Miss Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Ms. Parker, I want you to go in and talk about your brand. So, when did you came up with the idea to start this brand to empower people and, and to bring fitness into your community?
What happened was the pandemic hit. I was at my job. And like I said, the Lord do things for a reason. God never do things. When you have a vision and when it's something inside of you that God needs you to give to others, He gonna make it come to pass. I tell people, just this whole thing, I was like, how would I say it? I was in my early 20s. And I never forget, and I'm gonna be real with you guys. I never knew what it was, and I went to church that day because I come from a background with my mom, and they love the Lord. I mean, each his own. And the prophet came and she says, you're gonna be an entrepreneur. You're gonna do something great. You're gonna be able to touch lives. I'm looking at this lady like, you're crazy. Me? Back then you're like, okay, me. I had my first 2 kids. She's like, you're gonna be an entrepreneur. I was like, oh, whatever. But so happened was I was in the nursing field. Something happened on the job during the pandemic. Something happened where, case scenario, I didn't go back. And I was at the gym or whatever. I was still at the same gym I was, because from there, they taught me a lot. I taught me from then. I went and got certified or whatever. So after I left there, I began to say, okay, here comes the vision, because I'm going to tell you, God is wonderful. And whatever you need, He's going to provide it. And I tell people this every day. And I went to bed after, I think it was March. It was March the 26th. I'll never forget it. And this is before I started my business. I was like, okay, I can, I had a dream. Tease Fitness. So I woke up, I told you no lie. And from then, I just went for everything. I went to try to, like I said, it's like everything fell in place. And it was a mission to, how can I say, it was a mission to help Black women. It was a mission to just take off. And I began to look at, I don't know if you guys know Katrina Harris. I went to looking at her, went to asking her questions, because she was on the fitness level. So I was on the gym. So I saw her with a mutual friend. This is why I tell people, when it's time for you to come forth, you're coming forth. And I asked Katrina Harris, I was like, Katrina, I'm kind of interested in doing personal training. I want to know what's your take on such and such and how you get started. And the sister gave me the information. And from there, I went for it. And that's how, like I said, I had a dream with Tees. I got in contact with a gentleman to do my logo. And from there, it just took off. And from there, I just, it's a passion that I have, but I have it. I make it affordable for the women. I don't try to make anything that they can't afford. That means you can't come tell me you can't be fit because I bring it to my women at affordable rate. You understand? I bring it to them where they're able, it's containable, that they're able to do it. You understand? So it's like I bring it so it's no excuse. You understand? We come here, I put them in, I mean, like, how can I say it? It's like everything up here is uplifting. If it's not uplifting, I don't want it. Every pound, every inch, we will celebrate here. We will do it. You understand? Go home feeling different. And we have outings for the women. Every time, every so often, like monthly, we go out, we celebrate each other. We celebrate if it's a pound. We celebrate if it's an inch, just to boost their self-esteem up. Let them know, look, man, your swag on deck. You can do this. So a lot of things I wanted to bring different down here because it's not too many of us down south that does that. You understand? I'm from a gym and y'all, let's keep it real. Majority of them either are Latinos that's in the gym. You ain't gonna catch our sisters in there. You're not gonna catch our sisters that are trying to get fit. I mean, and that's real. I'm in there. I know what I'm talking about. When I come from,
but you know why? But you know why we're not gonna catch a sister in the gym? Do you know the reason why?
For me, the reason why I say they're not gonna be in the gym because you don't want to mess up your lace front. You don't want to mess up your outline. You don't want to see, it's about sweating. You don't want to do that. You don't want to put in the work. You don't want to feel no pain, because I had one client just was inquiring of my service and she told me, oh, well, you do hardcore. I don't think I can do that. I say, what do you mean hardcore? Oh, because when my body feels sore and I feel like I can't move the next day, I don't like that. I say, so what do you want? I said, so if you're not using the muscle, you're losing it. That means if you're using it, you're gonna feel it. And that's what it's all about. I'm in this game, and if I don't feel it, I don't feel like I'm doing anything. So I hear a lot of stories, but I know women, a lot of them don't want to sweat. A lot of them don't, it's like trying to put on this persona. No, baby, you got to get out there and get it. Anything you want. It ain't easy. Life ain't easy. And listen, I always tell my clients this: fat is stubborn. If you don't make it move, it don't go nowhere. You understand?
Yes.
It's stubborn. It is something that we gain through food, through the hormones, and a lot of things. Just okay. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna do it now, or when the doctor tell you, oh, now your kidneys failing, or you have heart disease, or cholesterol problems. When you have diabetes, then what do you want? Because a lot of things can be prevented. But because we don't get up and we don't move the lungs and get the oxygen flowing, then that's what happens. But I'm never one to discourage anybody. If I can't be, like I tell you, if I can't be uplifting, I won't be anything. And that's what Tees Fitness is about. We're about uplifting, empowering women that comes in here, that let them know that no matter if they go home, when they go home, they're going to feel like, okay, listen, I'm going to post you. I'm proud. I'm proud of if you lost like I had a client. She was a friend of mine, heavy set lady, no lie. She came within a month. She lost 12 pounds, 2 inches off her waist. I was proud of her. You understand what I'm saying? So it works. Like I tell, if you do nothing, nothing works. But if you do it and you're consistent with it, day after day, Monday, something's gonna move. So just like, it's a passion that I love my sisters. I'm not gonna lie. I love my sisters, and I love like just the joy of somebody coming here feeling like they can do it, feeling like, okay, this weight coming off, getting a swagger back, getting in some jeans, getting in a shirt. You understand? I love that. I love it.
And recently I did research about the number one, because I will find out like what is like some of the diseases that's plaguing the black community, especially the black women. The two main diseases they were talking about was heart disease and breast cancer.
Yes.
Okay, and those are two serious diseases. And not only that, but the reason why I asked you the question, why the sisters not in the gym, and one of the reasons is, you answered one of the reasons was very awesome, but the other reason is they've been indoctrinated that God loves you just the way you are. And so a lot of women, because a lot of women are in church, and it is true, God does love the way you are. However, you as an individual are supposed to love yourself, to know that, hey, your body always lets you know when something is wrong.
Are you
And
serious?
I know you said it.
Are
I know
you
you said it
serious?
too.
I ain't trying to cut you off. Are you serious? No, when you said that God loves you, but God give us wisdom. God
Yes,
give us
yes, yes.
everybody wisdom. God, yes, God loves you, but God wants you to, the Bible say he wished above all. Listen to this, that we be in good health, even as thy soul prosper. So health means
Preach.
physically. That does not mean, and then your soul, because guess what? Your mind gonna tell your body not to do it, but you got to control the mind. The mind is powerful. What you think,
Yes.
you become. So if my body telling me I don't want to get up today, Trina, don't go work out. Listen, I'm gonna overcome that because my mind gonna be like, no, listen, you slacking, guess what? You're not gonna get what you need. So if you better get your behind up. You see how they go to thinking your process the way you think. So I'm not gonna say, not trying to cut you out. I'm not gonna say, oh, because we're women and God loves. No. If you know you can't move your leg, arthritis getting in there, what you mean God love me the way I am? God ain't tell you to sit down there and let your knees get big as they. God ain't say let your stomach hang to the floor. Come on now. We got to be real with ourselves. So when a lot of people say that, not trying to be funny, when a lot of people say, oh God, no. You ain't satisfied because I'm a woman. Listen to me when I tell you. Women are not satisfied with their stomach hanging to the floor. When you listen, it's a complex thing you have with yourself when you go in the mirror. So don't never let nobody tell you that. Yes, that is something you're trying to cover up of what you really actually feeling. You want it off, but you just don't. Sometimes you're too lazy, you're too complacent, and you don't want to do nothing about it. That's why it's on there. And that's the reason. But it has nothing to do, because I'm gonna tell you something. Ain't no woman. If that's the case, why half of them going to get surgery then? Can you answer that question? If God loved the way you are, you will leave your body alone, right? You ain't gonna get cut up if God loved the way you are, right? Be honest.
Right. Yeah.
You ain't gonna get no breast implants if God love the way you are, right? God love you just the way I am, but I want to go get a breast reduction, or I want to go get an enhancement, or I want to go get a new booty. I would be honest. I'm keeping it real, not trying to, never dish rags with my sisters over the women. But that is a bunch of crap.
No, and I love your honesty. I love your honesty because you know why? A lot of our women have to hear this. And trust me, we're going to blow it up so they can't hear this because they have been indoctrinated with that teaching that God loved the way you are. So half of the women, they'll go to the gym and they're fighting with their man or their significant others because their significant other is telling them, because when they look at their significant other on Instagram, looking at a hot woman with a slim waist and a big behind, it do make the woman feel insecure. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, the woman do want to satisfy her man or her significant others, but the thing is, they've been indoctrinated with the wrong information. Because the stuff you saying now, that's the stuff the women needs to hear. You understand?
I feel you, and never want to discourage a woman, and never, like I tell my women, you can do whatever you want to do, but I advise you to try naturally first. Go work out. If you want to feel like you want to enhance afterwards, if you don't drop the weight and you feel like you're not gonna listen. Personally, me, listen. I'm gonna be real with you. I had to get it the way I got it. I ain't got no choice. I ain't have no money for no BBL. I'm just keeping it 100. I ain't have no money for no enhancement. So what? You know what my drive was always for me? Okay, Trina, you want it, you got to get it. Ain't nobody giving you nothing. Ain't nobody gonna come and put nothing in your hand. So if you want your arms to be toned, you got to work for it. Get in the gym and put in the work. If you want your booty to be nice, I'm just being real with you. If you want your legs to be toned, only way to get it is through nutrition and working out. Ain't nobody gonna give you nothing, Trina. And that's what I always told myself. God ain't gonna come and put nothing in your lap. Anything you wanted, because I always noticed this, and I always got this from my mom. What you want, God, if you make a step, God gonna make 5 in front of you, because he know that's what you want. You walk out on faith. That's anything. So for me, faith is everything. Faith is the unknowing what I can't see. All I know, I'm gonna go, listen, Lord, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know how I'm gonna get here, but I'm gonna get here. I don't know how I'm gonna get these dumbbells, but I'm gonna get it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. You're gonna send me to the right place in the right time, because that's the effort I'm putting. That's what I'm going for. That's just body, anything in life. You can't get it if you don't put forth the effort. And that's what a lot of us don't want to do.
Ms. Parker.
Yes.
So what I wanted to ask you, like, what was the opinion of your kids, your family, and your ex-husband throughout this whole transformation?
Well, I don't think my ex-husband expect what was coming next. I ended up dissolving the marriage, leaving him. Um, Now, we was in a rocky place where we weren't even getting along. But now it's like, ooh, he see me like, ooh.
Hmm.
What's so funny is he see me now like, like, a whole different person. Like, a whole nother transformation. My kids are on a healthy journey as well. If you go on my page, you'll see me. My son he plays football. So it's like a little thing about being in shape with him. He loves going to the gym. He loves doing little, drills, things of that nature. So they love it. I have no complaint.
No, that's what's up. So, do you also train men?
I never had a pleasure of really training men. I don't think I never had. You hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
I do have a gentleman that we real close. We go to the gym. Sometimes if you see my pictures in the gym, a lot of moves that I get from him. So other than that, no, I never personal trained, a guy. Period. Most of my clients are women.
Okay, okay. The another thing I want to tell you, funny thing is, we had Katrina on our podcast. We interviewed her.
Oh, you did?
Yep,
Okay.
we interviewed her. So it is an inspiring to hear that she's also inspiring other people to become fitness trainers, and the fact that she was willing to able to give you that information willingly, because our people don't like to give people game like that.
Hmm.
You know what? Right, you're totally right. But guess what?
Mm,
Nothing can stop when it's in you. Everybody has gift, and it's only the way you put it to use. But no matter if one won't give it to you, gotta make somebody else give you what you need. It's
mm-hmm.
Facts.
always a ram in the bush. And I tell people this. That's why I never try to hate on anyone. If I can't display that love characteristic, I won't display nothing. I'm never gonna hate on you because you're doing something. I feel like it's all kind of money out here. I mean, other races get it. We ain't like they ain't trying to pull you down there. Like if I feel like if
Basically,
it's something you want to know from me that you like that I do, I'm gonna ask. It's up to you to tell me yes or no. But I'm never gonna be, and I always told myself that, Lord, wherever you take me, just let me be humble in whatever I do, that I can always be able to reach back. Because sometimes that's what it is. If we don't learn from each other, who do we learn from? If we don't know everything. So you got to go to someone that went before you to know that. You understand? So guess what? Maybe some of the mistakes that they made, they can teach you, like, I don't think you kind of do this, do it a little different because when I did, you understand, kind of give you the info or what they need to give you on the game. So I feel like you always should be able, and like you said, a lot of people don't want to do that, or either they
yeah.
hating on you. So I commend her. I ain't gonna lie. I was watching her page. I got her through a mutual friend of mine. And I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna ask her. So I ended up messaging her, and we end up talking that way. And I was like, listen, I'm interested. She was like, okay, this is kind of what you do, Trina. And I'm like, okay. And it went from there. I went and got certified. I did everything the legal way. I went and did everything I needed to do. And I commend her. I appreciate her for that.
No, that's so beautiful. That's beautiful. Now,
Yeah,
what
that is.
what advice would you give to people who are listening around the world and in different states? What advice would you give to somebody who's just getting started on the journey? And what would be your first couple tips to give them?
What I will say, don't give up on you. Even when it seems like it's hard, push forward. Because a lot of times, like in this journey, we tend to give up before we can see the vision be birth. We tend to not see, sometimes we feel like it ain't gonna work. But guess what? As long as you keep pushing, as long as you have that faith, as long as you just keep striving, something's bound to happen. Just don't give up on you. I tell people that all the time. Don't give up on your dream, because guess what? The more you work it, it's gonna come to pass. And I say that. And number one rule, never leave God out of anything you do. Never. Never. I'm being real with you, because when you tend to leave him out of something, you get nothing. And I tell people that he always gives, for each and every one of us on this earth has a gift. It's the way we choose to use it. Some use it and some don't, just like the talents. He gives 10 talents, 5 talents, or whatever we have to be able to use them. So I tell my sisters and everybody around, don't give up on your dream. Whatever you decide, if fitness is what you want to do, opening up your business, doing whatever you want to do, you do it. Just know it can happen.
Well spoken. Very beautiful. Very beautiful.
Very, very beautiful to see that she's very ambitious on what she's doing. But I want to ask her, does she find it very challenging because she's a woman with other men? Because you know some men don't really like working with women, especially in the fitness field.
Yeah, it is like that. You totally. I don't know what it is, and then I'm gonna be honest with you. We train women and men train differently. You get what you guys, because like I said, I train with a gentleman now. Y'all on totally different levels. Y'all more of like aggressive train, like I'm trying to get it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like man, I ain't got time. Man, hurry up. Man, come on now. Listen, like you know me, I'm one little aggressive. Like who you talking to? Like chill out. Like come on, man. I ain't gonna be. Listen, I ain't trying to look like Sheba now. I'm just trying to just be nice with it, you know. But it's just it is. You guys are totally different from women. Totally, you guys train differently from women. But it is challenging, you know, like with women and man trainers. I think so. I really do. You're
Okay.
right.
And what type of challenges have you faced so far? Not that many.
No, not that many. Like I say, most of my clientele is women, so I really don't, you know. And down here, you don't really see, like I say, too many. I'm gonna be honest, you don't like really fitness-fied, like personal trainers, dudes. It ain't that many down here. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's not something I haven't ran into something like that because it's not that many.
Something to think about. No, that's really
Yeah.
something to think about because you even say it's not that many. But I know it's a lot of them in Atlanta, Georgia, which you already know, like predominantly black people there. So that's why you see a lot of them. But here is mostly Latinos, like you said earlier, which is very much true.
Yes, it's Latinos down here. You're right, and like they be commending, like, oh, you go somewhere. When the place that I left, they be like, how do you do that? You know, can I get on the team? Like, you know, like our race is like totally opposite. So I'm coming from, I'm being real with you. I come from a place where they celebrate you there. They celebrate your curves. They celebrate your company. You get outside of that, now that's the challenge I have with my sisters. It's a whole nother ball game. You understand? But I never let that keep me down. Like my sisters we some cool creatures, man. I'm telling you. They feel like we some cool creatures, but you gotta love us. I'm being
yes. No, on this platform, me and I can't even tell you, all we talk about is black women. We love our sisters so much. Like because we see them as goddesses.
Oh no,
so,
definitely. We try to promote we try to promote them as much as possible.
Yes.
We promote black love, black women businesses.
Oh, you guys are so wonderful.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And mind you, and here's the pivotal thing here. We're not dark-skinned haters either.
No. We love the darker you are, the better.
The darker you are, the better. So we really are here. So, and this is why we tend to bring a lot more women on here and everything. Because, you know what I mean, as black men, we do have to take a responsibility to try to protect y'all and to push y'all forward. So that's why, you know what I mean, that's why it's very imperative that we speak to people like you, especially in Miami. Because I don't think women in Miami don't get the much credit they do get. Don't get me wrong. You have a lot of women. If you know here, we don't interview hairstylists. We do not interview hairstylists. We do not interview boutique owners because there's too many of them. You feel me?
Okay.
And then on top of that, we want something that's going to be very substantial. So this is the reason why we bring women like you on, who's a fitness guru, and you know who's really making a change. I'm not knocking hairstylists and stuff like that.
I get exactly what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, of course.
So you know what I mean, that's the main point. So hearing what you're saying and hearing, you know what I mean, how you're endowed in your faith and you know what I mean, you came to this full circle. It is a good point because what you're speaking, a lot of women are going to be more receptive to it. You know what I mean? To be like, hey.
Yeah, and not only that, but it's good for them to hear from a woman's side because they always hear from you and I, Hakeem, all the time. We always talk about women need to lose weight, women need to do this.
Really? You and Hakeem be saying stuff like that?
No, I don't be saying because I'm not trying to get killed.
Yeah, but
he's a little bit more bold.
You guys know that's kind of touchy for us women, right? Y'all know that. I want y'all to know that.
He's a little bit bolder than me. You know what I mean? Because I show enough know I need to lose weight, and I'm on that journey. But I don't get in that because I know some women who at my neck.
Because the thing is with our community, we've been locked down, and we haven't been given the right information. So most of the information was given from us was from other races instead of from within our own race.
Yeah.
So that's the problem we have in the black community. So when we see a woman like yourself who's black, who looks good, and not only that, but is a fitness trainer, who's impacting the black community, is very empowering to our system.
I'm asking. I'm not gonna lie to you. You look like you is etched out like a statue.
That's
to tell you the truth, I would, and you know what, a lot of people, and I get this lately, you had surgery, you did this. No, to tell you the truth, listen, one thing I told you, I come from a family that's very luscious, very the same way you see me. Only thing I did was just made it even better. Isn't that something? You can do something that God created the body to make it even stand out even better. That's what I tell people. And I didn't have to go do nothing but just eat clean and just stay fit, just stay working out, keeping that blood flow going, oxygen in the body, and just keep going. But I came from that. That's how my family is. If you see my cousins, if you see my dad's side, they like that. Hips and waist, my grandmother, my aunts, all my dad's sisters, a lot of my cousins are like that. So I came from that. So it was just the point of me just making it better, per se.
Nice. And now that when you had 2 kids that have that type of body.
3. I had 3 kids. My oldest is 21.
But have that type of body is an acknowledgement, and it's a blessing to see that. And women can acquire that as well, but a lot of women, they feel like they can't get that. So they always use the surgery card. Oh, you had surgery. No, you can get that. So
a lot of, and I have a lot of that. I promise you and I was telling one of my friends today. And matter of fact, it was so funny. She was like, every time I go, they was like, tell the truth, your coach has surgery, didn't she? She has surgery. But I get a lot of that. And, I just don't take it. That's what makes me go even harder. That's what makes me get on the internet. And if you notice, I'm always going to promote positivity. I'm always going to promote you seeing something different, because guess what? If it ain't you, it's going to reach somebody else. It's going to touch somebody else to say, okay, I can do these movements. And sometimes that's why I go on there and do it. I don't have to do that. I go on there and do it to show them outside the gym. And I also train outside of it, and I train at my house. So I do both. You understand? I go do myself, but I wanted to show the women is you can go there. You can do this. This is something you can try. Something you can do. That's why I put the little videos. That's why I do that. You understand what I'm saying? Some people don't want to come to you, afraid to do it. Well, if you're going in the gym, just go back and look at it. So I do things to try to help my sisters out. Even though they may not think so, that's what I do, because that's the way I am. You understand? I don't do it just to be a show off. I do it, okay? Go in the gym. If you want to use this machine, kind of watch. Look at the form. You're going to get it. You understand?
No, definitely. So let me ask you a question. So let's say, for instance, before they get to you, and before they get to you, and ladies and gentlemen, please, get her for business. And so what things would you recommend somebody to do at home to start their journey, as far as like, hey, I want to start losing weight, I want to start to get on this? What small little tips would you give them?
First, you gotta cut out all the junk. I'm being real. Your first thing is detoxifying the body. A lot of people don't understand that there's a lot of waste, a lot of things in the body. Listen, that is like a compositive, how do I say, until you make toxins, your liver, your kidney, a lot of things can't flow until you start cleaning that poison out that we had in there so long. And that's a lot of times that is preventing a lot of us from losing weight, men, women, whatever. Go get you some natural herbs. Go get you some things to detoxify. Get somebody that's on detoxify, is juicing. I'm being real with you. You want to start your journey, you got to first clean that body out. Clean it out. Start trying to change the way you eat. You understand? Before you even get to anybody, before you start your journey, I'm not saying go starve yourself. I said try to start little by little, natural approach, doing something different. Cut out the sugar, cut off the carbs. You got it. Because listen, it's 90% of what you put in your mouth and 10% exercise. And people must understand it. And let's keep it real.
She's right.
Okay? Keep it real. Come on, man.
No,
And if
no,
you ain't gonna
you,
change,
you there. You there.
if
Yeah,
you ain't
she's
gonna
right.
change the way you eat, and that's what I offer. When my women come to me, I'm being real with you. I tell them straight up, let's get on the detox. Because I'm gonna be real with you. I have them here, and when they get on that detox plus, I weigh in, do their measurements, and get them on that system of working out. You will see a total change in my clients. Because guess what? The toxins don't have time to sit in your body.
Yeah.
Remember, the muscle mass or getting toned, it caused a lot of that when the blood flow is not flowing the way it needs to flow. When your kidneys is not functioning, and the liver and the heart and the, of course, you're not gonna lose no weight. Because listen, in order to give me what I need to give my body what it needs. That means I need to go from the inside so the outside can reflect what's on the inside. So when you see somebody that's on the outside naturally doing his skin flawless or whatever, because I'm giving what the inside what it needs, because that's the way God designed the body. And I tell people that you got to be able to detox. Go to juicing, doing things a little more healthy, little by little. You'll get there. Nothing's overnight. Just like a baby don't just get up and crawl. That's the same thing with anything you do.
You said a mouthful.
She did. I almost dropped the
said a
mic. I was
mouthful.
like, damn.
You said a mouthful. You said you way down south by Modella. That's what you
Yeah,
said?
she way down south. That's close to the Keys.
Yeah,
Yes,
like,
I'm in Laranja per se, Leisure City, Laranja area.
okay.
And like I say, yeah, but it's real. I tell people, and that's why I do a system. I'm gonna tell you, God is so amazing, you guys. I do a system for my women. Like, I want them to know out there when they come, I offer everything at affordable rate. That's what I do, because I bring everything that I don't do anything that I have not done to myself. I won't tell you nothing. I won't even hide nothing from you. I'll let you know, listen, this is the system I go by to keep my body the way I keep. Listen, get on this. And it's your choice. It's optional, but I'm telling you, it works better once you do the system. Start detoxing. Come to me. Let's get on this detox. And then you go to working out. You will see the skin go to changing. Then the body begins to function the way it functions. Then the weight, the inches go to dropping. Then the pounds go to dropping. And you just sort of see how they come in there and sing. Because, oh, Miss Trina, I can get in this dress now. Oh, Miss Trina, oh, look at me. Miss Trina, my stomach going down. Of course. That's your gut part. Everything's there. Your intestines, everything right there. Sit behind it, your kidneys, your liver. What do you expect? Everything goes there. So when you eat, if you don't clean out or, make sure that your body's functioning, it's not going to give you what you need.
Man. Wow.
No,
I can't, in that note, that should be it, isn't it, baby?
I'm asking, she definitely. Now I'm asking for any. Do you have any advice you want to give them? Drop them your link. Let them know where they can reach you at. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Oh, well, they go on my Facebook page or Instagram. They can reach me on there at Trina Parker. Like I said, T's Fitness, baby. I'm on the rise. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Bigger and better coming. That's what I hope. Hey. So, and just like I'm saying, I'm out here trying to reach one, teach one. That's all I'm trying to do.
Now you said, I want you to be specific because you have a certain spelling of your name. I don't want them to not to be able to get it the right way.
My name is Artina, Artrina, Parker. They can reach me on there. And my Instagram, hey, that's Trina. On Instagram, if they want to come check out my page or go on either both from there. I mean, inbox me, any information, if anything I can help you with, everything, everybody's not trying to sign up, but if you want to know some information about being healthy or get on there, ask me some questions, I'm open to that too.
And you got detox teas. Detox.
No, I don't do detox. I do detoxes. I do meal prep. I do it all. Yeah, I do it all.
Oh, nice.
So she's a one-stop shop, people. Y'all need to hit up. Rona, you have any last words?
No, I was gonna say no. Everything she said is very, very informative. I might hit her up for the meal course because I'm just curious of what type of nutrition that she have on her plan, just to see what she got.
No, definitely. Shit. With that note, man, Chaos Culture Radio, and we out. Let's get it.
Peace.
Man, I just appreciate y'all just listening. Stay tuned for the next episode.